What is going on YouTube? This is Broke Watch Fanatic. Here to do another video review of my Seiko SPB 183. This is called by the community the Blue Willard. So this comes with both. This is the limited edition version, so it comes with both the bracelet over here with the rubber strap here. As you can see, you still got the plastic on that keeper over there. It's because I never worn this. I think the strap is too long for my 6.5-inch wrist, so you get a lot of overhang, so I just don't bother with it. I've bought recently the Erica's Original right here, which I love, and I'll get into that in a second. So this one, according to Seiko's website, comes in a 42.7 millimeter case, and that's the case over here. That's not the bezel from 9 to 3 all around here. It's a lot shorter than 42. The lug to lug is 46.6, and you have a thickness of 13.2, so definitely on the thin side for a diver. So it comes in this bracelet. This is the same bracelet that comes in the 63 MAS reissue, which I did a review on earlier, and I think it looks much better on this case compared to the SBDC 107 because of the round links. I think it matches well with the shape of the case. I think they could have done a better job on the integration of the end link to the case. But having said that, I really don't mind wearing it on this bracelet compared to the 63 MAS that I had. This lives on this Erica's Original strap over here. As you can see, I've worn it for a few weeks. It already has that indentation on that strap here, and I'll also put it on this strap and show you guys some videos and pictures of it. Surprisingly, this turned out to be a keeper, because usually at this point I'm thinking about flipping it or selling it to fund another watch. But every time I wear this, I'm glad that it's in my collection. So as of now, I have no intention of selling it. So a lot of people probably are complaining at the price point. At this price point, they're expecting all the bells and whistles, like a sapphire crystal, which you do get, and the ceramic insert, which you do not. But I think with this vintage inspired watch, Seiko was right to go with the aluminum bezel here, because it just gives it, not every watch that's coming out these days has to have a ceramic bezel. I think sometimes you gotta add that touch of aluminum. Just has a nice sheen to it as opposed to the glossy ceramic that it usually comes with. Now if you add the matte ceramic bezel that comes in the Tudor Pelagos, that's a different story. But maybe the price would have been on the higher end. So here are some of my likes about this watch. Obviously the hands, you have both polished sides and the brush side, and you have this is limited edition, so it comes with the gold second hand, which I like. I think it adds a nice touch of contrast there. I do like the stamped indices. I wish they were applied, but there's some pros and cons to that. With the applied indices, they might fall off over time with the glue wearing off, if it's glued on. But with stamped, you don't have to worry about that. I'll show you guys a picture of the lume later, but obviously this is a Seiko, so the lume won't disappoint. Date window, it's a white date wheel, so I don't mind it. Could have been nicer, more sleek with the black, but can't be mad about that. So this case shape is such a unique case shape that it's so interesting every time it's on my wrist. There's no other watch like it except for the other homage watches, obviously, but this is definitely a Seiko. and it's really cool to have in your collection. The way they integrated the crown guards over here, that's pretty cool. And I think this is very charming. It's very different too. It's not your typical round watch. I mean, so the only negative thing I could say about this watch is maybe, I'm really nitpicking here, but the crown guards kind of get in the way, because if you're unscrewing here, you kind of get limited by the crown guards there. So just have to keep turning it like this, but it's really minor. So you pull out the crown, and also winding it, you're gonna get stopped by that upper crown guard. But again, it's really minor here, so it's not a big deal. Let me see the bezel action, typical Seiko action over here. It's not as crisp as, say, the C60 Trident by Christopher Ward. It's kind of on the buttery side, which I don't mind. There's enough resistance that you won't accidentally hit it. 120 clicks. The alignment is not bad. So do I love, after wearing it for 3 months, do I love my Blue Willard? Yes. Will it stay in my collection as of now? Definitely yes. I'm not mad about paying full retail price for this. I like the sapphire crystal they did here, how it has that nice bevel on the edges. So it gives it that extra dimension as you turn it around. Sometimes the minute markers will disappear, and at certain angles it will make it pop more, which is very similar to the 6105 that came out. So I'm just going to show some videos of it on my 6.5-inch wrist, and hopefully it gives you a good sense of how it wears. I think it wears really well. Obviously you have a short lug to lug here, and the way the case, this cushion case is shaped, it wears really flat on the wrist, so you have no problems wearing it, you know, sliding it under a cuff or a long sleeve shirt. I love that subtle sunburst over there. Sometimes it's like a matte blue, but when the light really hits it, you have that subtle sunburst. Which you can't get tired of. So let me put this on the Erica's original strap, which every time I try on a strap, it always goes back to the bracelet, because I'm more of a bracelet guy. But for some reason, with this strap over here, this is so comfortable, and I love how it's custom made to your wrist size. I think that's definitely what makes this price point worth it. So let me just put it on this bracelet, on the strap, and then I'll come back to the video. All right, here we go. So I put it on this Erica's original strap over here, and it just, it lives on this strap over here. Because this is custom made, you have a single pass underneath the case, so it doesn't add too much thickness to it. If you buy those generic ones on Amazon or AliExpress, it comes in one size, you're gonna get that double pass under, just like the traditional NATO, and it's gonna add a lot of bulk to it. But with this one, when you put it on your wrist, which I'll show you a video of, you only get the double pass, double thickness on the bottom of the wrist here. So it makes it wear extremely thin and comfortable. And this fabric is on the hard side, which I like. You know, getting it in and out of your wrist is a little tough, but once you do, it won't go anywhere. So the harder the fabric, I feel like the more sturdy and long-term wear it's going to have. You know, putting it on is going to be a little tricky at first. You just have to finagle it. Like that. First time is going to be very tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. So there it is. And I'll get more B-roll in later, but this is how it looks so far. Extremely comfortable and lighter, obviously, without that bracelet. So overall, you know, it took me a while to purchase this strap because it's so expensive, but I think I have to buy another one. Anyways, if you're on the fence about buying this watch or a variation of it, like the black and the green one, I would highly suggest it. You won't be disappointed. All right, thanks for watching, guys.